Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, recently hired Southwest Harbor police officer Richard Strout had faced multiple assault and sexual assault accusations in his previous position in Machias.
As of today, he is no longer employed by the Southwest Harbor PD following major backlash from the community over his hiring. That backlash including a petition that garnered more than 1,000 signatures calling for his dismissal. Doug Banks was in Southwest Harbor today to gauge community reaction.
Southwest Harbor residents are sharing feelings of relief as the police department released a statement that Richard Strout has officially been released from the department. In the statement, Southwest Harbor Police Chief John Hall said, quote, "I'm writing to publicly apologize to the residents of Southwest Harbor and the greater community for damaging your trust in this department. This was never my intention." He went on to say he thanks every citizen who came forward, and he hopes this can begin the process of regaining your trust. We previously reported when Strout was let go by Machias Police in 2011, the 3 lawsuits filed against him were dismissed. It is still unclear if Strout was let go with or without compensation from Southwest Harbor Police Department. We tried reaching out to Richard Strout and Chief John Hall, but they were unavailable for comment.
We want to hire the best, and we want people to feel safe. And so we had to address citizen concerns.
The people here are really amazing, supportive for each other. We look out, you know, and I wish that it kind of could be an example for the greater good.
There's people that have decades of trauma from this man, and there's people that have families that have unraveled because of this man. And one of my friends is one of those people, and he shared his story, and the police chief listened, and he took it to heart, and he acted on it, and I think he acted in a swift and professional manner.
In Southwest Harbor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A town meeting will be held July 11th at the Southwest Harbor Fire Department at 6 p.m. The public will be allowed to ask questions about what's taken place there and what is next for everyone involved.
Meanwhile, a fire that broke out at Pleasant River Lumber in Enfield on Thursday night destroyed maintenance equipment and a fabrication shop. Our Matthew Juroncic has the latest.
At about 9:15, we were toned out for a possible, then later confirmed building fire. It was a fully involved garage fire. They were working in the building at that point in time, and something sparked a fire. They attempted to put it out with fire extinguishers, and it got big really quick.
Howland Fire and EMS were assisted by Lincoln, Greenbush, Milford, and East Millinocket in battling the flames for more than 4 hours. Crockett says there were no injuries, and those who were inside at the time of the fire made it out safely.
It was fully engulfed when I got here. The production team mustered at our muster station, and the maintenance team was doing rounds outside the mill to check for any flare-ups of sparks that something would set something else on fire.
Nonetheless, LeBron is confident that his team will overcome this setback.
We're used to facing challenges like this. Honestly, we feel like we can rebuild this shop better than ever without skipping a beat.
The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. However, LeBron told us welding in the vicinity of the building likely caused the flames. Despite the setback, business remains usual at Pleasant River Lumber. However, there's a temporary workshop on site for where equipment will be serviced in the foreseeable future. In Enfield, Matthew Juroncic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Heavy rainfall in Franklin and Oxford counties Thursday afternoon caused significant damage. Maine Department of Transportation spokesperson Paul Merrill says at least 5 or 6 inches of rain came down in just a couple of hours. He says the worst damage was done on Route 133 in the Jay and Wilton area.
It's certainly dramatic to look at. I've talked to folks who've worked here for years and lived here for years, and they said they haven't seen anything like what we experienced on Thursday afternoon.
Crews spent Thursday night and all day today trying to repair those roads. Merrill says most of the impacted passages will be safe and in better shape sometime Saturday, at least passable. However, he says it will be a couple of weeks before traffic will be allowed on a stretch of Route 133 in Jay.
A 12-year-old boy was struck by a vehicle while riding his bicycle in Dover Foxcroft last night. Dover Foxcroft police say they responded to the crash around 6:45 p.m. at the intersection of Harrison Avenue and Autumn Avenue. Investigators determined the boy was traveling through the intersection when he was hit by the vehicle. Police are reminding motorists and pedestrians to remain vigilant and share the roadways as we move into the summer months.
Well, in other news tonight, Governor Janet Mills delivered a setback to Native American tribes in Maine seeking greater sovereignty by vetoing LD 2004, a proposal aimed at ensuring most federal laws apply to them. The governor argued that the bill sponsored by House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross was vague and confusing and would lead to protracted litigation. Due to the Maine Indian Land Claims Settlement Act of 1980, tribes in Maine get some state benefits like education dollars, but they're treated differently than other tribes that deal directly with the federal government. That has led to disagreements over issues like water rights and environmental problems. Following the veto, tribal leaders accused the governor of oppression.
Nobody in this sovereign-to-sovereign, government-to-government relationship should have unilateral authority. We're not asking for that. What we're asking for is equal authority and an equal say in the things that affect us.
The veto may not be the final word, though. Both the Maine House and Senate approved the bill with bipartisan majorities big enough to override the governor's veto.
The Maine Public Utilities Commission approved a reduction in standard offer electricity rates today that will impact some Versant and Central Maine power customers. The reduction of 1 cent per kilowatt hour will result in cost savings of about $5.50 for the average residential customer using 550 kilowatt hours of electricity per month. It only affects customers who use standard offer supply, though. The reduction will go into effect July 15th. It comes at a time when other rates are increasing.
Well, it turns out Maine had the highest voter turnout in the November 2022 general election. That was the word today from the Secretary of State's office. More than 61% of the voting age population turned out to cast their ballots. The number of active registered voters was even higher at more than 73%. Only 8 other states in the nation saw turnout above 55% in November of 2022. So it's always good to hear that Maine people are taking full advantage of their rights as Americans to make their voices heard at the ballot box.
Absolutely. I think something something to be very proud of for Mainers, no matter your political affiliation, going out there and performing your civic duty is really important.
Absolutely. All righty, folks, let's go ahead and hit pause here, get a first check of our forecast and see what's coming.
Thank you, Beth. Tonight's first weather is brought to you by Prouty Auto Body. Prouty Auto Body is located on 26 Summer Street in Dover, Foxcroft. All right, let's take a look at that radar right now. There are some showers in the area, but it looks like near the Bangor area, it's pretty clear. So we have some showers up to the north, some to our east, but other than that, we're in the clear. So it was a beautiful day out there today. Now let's talk about those lows going into tonight. We're going to see pretty mild temperatures around 64 near Bangor, 65 near Clayton Lake, so still warm up to the north, and we'll be a little chillier near the coast. Deer Isle will see 59, but other than that, lows are going to stay pretty mild for tonight. Now, the future forecast shows that we do have some showers on the way. Looks like Sunday in those morning hours is when we're going to start to see some more widespread showers. They may even have some thunderstorms embedded with them, but most likely it's just going to be a lot of rain that will be covering most of the state. But going into tonight, it looks like the overnight planner shows lots of cloudy skies, and temperatures will stick around the mid-60s. Beth?
But it is a dry overnight.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, we will.
It's been a while. All right, well, still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. The town of Sierresport gears up for its biggest art walk yet. Our David Ledford brings us there.
And we'll have a look at what this holiday weekend's traveling conditions are expected to be, both on the ground and in the air. Those stories and more local news when we come right back.
Is the longest lasting brand. And at the Toyota Summer Value Event, recent and soon-to-be college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above most other offers. Toyota, let's go places.
Update your outdoor living space and make the most of your outdoor life with a new deck from Hammond Lumber Company. From wood to low-maintenance composite and PVC decking, Hammond has the materials, knowledge, and experience to help you get everything you need for that perfect new deck. Railing options include wood, composite, aluminum, and the modern look of cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep can answer any questions and will walk you through your options. Get the deck you want, the one you deserve, when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 50% off a year of service and a free phone.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
Really
huge deal.
Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
Awesome.
Echo.
Echo.
Get 50% off a year of service and a free phone. US Cellular, built for us.
Breathe new life into every room in your home with easy updates that fit your style. And now get up to 60 months no interest. Experience the choices at Jordan's.
Loyalty Inc. has recently renovated their shop. Loyalty Inc. takes pride in having a clean, sterile, spacious environment with a relaxed and friendly atmosphere. A tattoo is a statement of who you are. Loyalty Inc. will help you express your personality and style as custom design is their expertise. They feature great ink and quality artwork at affordable prices. Loyalty Inc. Our colors never fade.
Atlanta United, Philadelphia Union, Sunday on Fox.
A northern Maine community once known as a mill town is reinventing itself.
It's devastating when a mill closes, but it's also an opportunity to rebuild with a new vision and to be more resilient.
We'll share more on Millinocket's makeover. Monday on Fox 22, News at 10.
Welcome back. Searsport is gearing up for its biggest art walk yet. Our David Ledford spoke with business owners about how they're drawing in visitors.
This will be the largest art walk that Searsport has had in my time here. I've been here for 37 years.
Summer tourism is in full swing in Searsport. The town is holding an art walk Saturday, July 1st, to celebrate the season and bring attention to local shops. The walk is part of the town's ongoing efforts to build up its downtown as an art and culture destination.
Searsport's been experiencing a renaissance, if you will. A lot of shops have moved in.
In addition to paintings, shops will be selling a variety of art pieces, including pottery, crafts, and more. A total of 7 businesses and galleries are taking part in the event, and some locals say they're hoping the walk will bring in more revenue for the town.
I think it's a really great, fun way to bring people in for a special occasion to show them all of the things that have been going on and that are new and building in our community. So certainly I think it will be a great impetus for building economic development in the town.
Some business owners say that highlighting local art is the next step in revitalizing the downtown area and will be an important part of the community moving forward.
All of a sudden you look around like, oh, this is what the downtown is now. It's more cultural, it's art. There hasn't been anybody here for a long time, and so I think that people live here now. They see a richer community. When they go into their downtown, it's more alive.
The walk will feature work by local artists, new exhibitions, and displays at the Penobscot Marine Museum.
It shows a lot of the different aspects of the fisheries and our current maritime culture as well. It's an important part of Maine's coast and the people that work and live here.
The one-day event will run from 2 to 6 p.m. Saturday. In Searsport, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And speaking of art, New York artist Matt Willey has teamed up with Bangor Beautiful to create a 3-story mural in downtown Bangor on the side of 47 Park Street. The piece is the latest addition to Willey's The Good of the Hive project. Willey says the goal is to paint 50,000 bee murals around the world and to touch each community they become a part of. We'll take a look.
Well, it started with a curiosity I had for one tiny honeybee. I had never really seen how beautiful one of these insects was. And I came across a behavior that night, so like altruistic self-removal from the hive. So if they feel sick and they're in the hive, they'll exit the hive and fly off into the abyss for the good of the hive. They take this drastic act because they're basically hardwired to understand that their individual health is directly related to the health of the hive. And that was like this lightning bolt moment for me, where I was like, so is mine. Like my health with all these New Yorkers on the subway and everything else, we're way more connected than we think. I just wanted to do one to raise some awareness. Someone reached out and said, there's this wall in LaBelle, Florida. I think you should call them up. So I did and asked them if they wanted a mural of bees on their wall. And they said, yeah. And it was on that project that I noticed that there was a lot more happening than this being just about bees. But I noticed people would walk up to the mural that didn't know each other. There was an energy about the bees. There was something that everyone could agree on. We often get like so stuck in what we think we know. You know, that is a tragic flaw of humans right now. We learn certain things and we get stuck on it instead of saying, well, maybe I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So why don't I just listen to someone else in the hive, even if I don't agree with like a whole bunch of other stuff that they're about? Don't focus on that. Focus on what you might agree about.
Well, Willie hopes the mural will be finished by the end of July. Cannot wait to see that.
Meanwhile, AAA Northern New England predicts 2.8 million New England drivers plan to hit the road during the long holiday weekend. Our AJ Douglas has more.
So, of course, our goal here is everybody to get to their destination safely.
Holden Police Chief Eddie Benjamin says since Memorial Day, officers have seen an uptick in traffic, and they're only expecting the roads to get busier going into the holiday.
We expect over this weekend to have about 40 to 45,000 cars daily. So they have to keep in mind, like, to slow down, put their cell phone down as well, and pay attention on the road.
The manager of public affairs for AAA Northern New England, Dan Goodman, says drivers may have some pent-up demand to travel this summer, especially as gas prices have taken a big dip compared to last year.
Last year at this time, we were spending, and a lot of people forget this, we were paying $5 a gallon in Maine at the pump. And, today it's around $3.70, $3.80. So huge savings at the pump.
Chief Benjamin says he wants people to enjoy the holiday, but reminds drivers never to get behind the wheel impaired. He says there's always a safe alternative to avoid driving under the influence.
You can call like a ride, you can call a friend instead of get behind the wheels.
Chief Benjamin also wants to remind drivers to make sure their vehicle's wheels, oil, and headlights are checked out and ready to go before hitting the road. In Holden, I'm AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All timely and important reminders there. Meanwhile, millions of Americans are also expected to take to the sky this July 4th weekend. Many of them, however, will encounter the same old problems of flight delays and cancellations due to weather and staffing issues. Fox's Casey Stiegel has more from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.
Early fireworks at the nation's airports as Independence Day travel gets off to a bumpy start.
This isn't organized chaos, this is just chaos.
We're trying to make the best of it, but it kind of sucks because we're stuck here.
AAA says more than 4.1 million people are expected to fly for the holiday, shattering 2019's record of 3.9 million. The additional traffic comes as airlines are already trying to catch up after a week of severe weather and air traffic controller shortages impacted tens of thousands of flights.
The FAA over the next few years is looking at hiring around 3,000 extra controllers.
That's little comfort to passengers who AAA says are paying up to 50% more for tickets this summer compared to last.
It's been awful. On the phone yesterday for 4 hours, 8 minutes.
Travelers say a tweet from the FAA adds insult to injury. It posed the question, what ruins your flight? Showing a picture of a Wheel of Fortune style puzzle spelling out unruly passengers. And it went out as thousands were stranded or delayed.
That's pretty poor choice of things to do.
It's disappointing to me to hear that FAA is tweeting jokes.
The FAA has not responded to Fox's request for comment. Passengers are being warned to expect more turbulence ahead.
Airports are going to be a challenge, from parking from the moment you arrive to getting bags checked to getting through security.
AAA says more than 43 million people are expected to drive to their destinations, with gas prices being down by more than $1 a gallon compared to last year. In Dallas, Casey Stiegel, Fox News.
Yeah, I think we forget how expensive gas was a year ago.
Ugh.
It's just crazy to think
So
about.
awful.
I was just filling up at the
It's
pump.
just terrible.
Yeah, I was filling up the other day and thinking it's still kind of high.
It is still high.
It is. So,
But-
I mean, at least we've had some relief since last year.
Yeah, some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
saying
going to
something.
be picky and prickly about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be optimistic.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's good. We've got it covered.
All right, well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the Supreme Court issues major ruling striking down President Biden's student loan bailout and reinforcing a person's free speech rights based on religious beliefs.
And the Federal Trade Commission could file a major antitrust lawsuit against Amazon. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
The longest lasting brand. For great value, go with the longest lasting brand, Toyota. And at the Toyota Summer Value Event, you can save up to $1,900 with affordable 3.99% financing on most Highlander models. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. The longest lasting brand. So for a vehicle with long-lasting value, see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Pepper's Landing is the definition of authentic Maine dining. Named in honor of our grandfather, the primary focus at Pepper's Landing is offering a variety of fresh, locally harvested seafood to all. We take pride in our quality and selection, but it doesn't end with just seafood. We also offer delicious selections of burgers, pasta, steaks, and more. So stop in to any of our locations and see what Pepper's Landing is all about.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
The Supreme Court put the final nail in the coffin to President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. Around 26 million Americans had applied for the relief. Now borrowers are demanding even more action. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports.
The Supreme Court ruled President Biden's roughly $400 billion plan to wipe away student loan debt is unconstitutional.
The Supreme Court choosing politics over people must stop.
Over 40 million Americans had been eligible for up to $20,000 in relief. Some borrowers are worried about their budgets, with payments looming.
I thought that receiving $20,000 off of the bill would have been a very big assistance, and not having it is certainly disappointing.
The Education Department used the pandemic as a justification for their plan, but the court ruled only Congress had the authority to approve the program.
The students will feel like the court took money out of their pockets, even though he didn't have this money. This was a invalid IOU.
As President Biden blames Republicans for the defeat, the White House is exploring a workaround, turning to the Higher Education Act of 1965 to grant students some relief.
It's going to take longer.
Still, critics say cancellation would have been a Band-Aid, which doesn't address rising tuition costs.
As we talk right now, millions of Americans are filling out student loans that they may never repay.
Frustrated borrowers are ramping up the pressure for the president to deliver on a key 2020 campaign promise.
President Biden must cancel student loan debt again.
And that was Madeline Rivera reporting. The Supreme Court also ruled in favor of a Colorado web designer, saying the First Amendment protects her Christian beliefs and allows her to refuse work from same-sex clients, dealing a blow to the state's anti-discrimination law. Fox's Caroline Shively now with that story.
In a major defeat for gay rights, the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of a Christian graphic artist in Colorado.
I am incredibly grateful for the court's decision that affirms that the government cannot force anyone to say something they don't believe.
The conservative majority said a state law making designer Lori Smith accept jobs creating wedding websites for same-sex couples violates her right to free speech. Justice Neil Gorsuch writing, "The First Amendment envisions the United States as a rich and complex place where all persons are free to think and speak as they wish, not as the government demands."
What is being done here is telling a website designer, you have to say things through your website designs that you believe are wrong. And Gorsuch is saying that's not allowed under the First Amendment.
Justice Sonia Sotomayor authoring the scathing dissent, writing, "The immediate symbolic effect of the decision is to mark gays and lesbians for second-class status."
Hello, folks.
President Biden said the ruling weakens long-standing anti-discrimination laws that cover a wide range of groups, including minorities and women.
We know that when one group's dignity and equality are threatened, the promise of our democracy is threatened, and we all suffer.
The ruling is the latest win for religious groups and individuals at the Supreme Court this term, with the conservative majority prevailing in the 6-3 decision. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
A man police say was armed with explosives was arrested outside the Washington, D.C. home of former President Barack Obama. The incident happened Thursday. Police say the suspect was spotted by law enforcement a few blocks from the Obama's home, but then fled. Secret Service agents chased him down and eventually arrested him. Authorities say the 37-year-old has an open warrant on charges related to the January 6th insurrection.
Well, Amazon could be facing a major antitrust lawsuit from a federal agency over its online business practices. A Bloomberg News report says the Federal Trade Commission is gearing up to file an antitrust lawsuit against Amazon. The report says the FTC is planning to file suit in the next few weeks. The report also says the FTC will allege that the retail giant rewards online merchants that use its logistics services while punishing those that do not. That report says the head of the agency is putting the final touches on the case, such as where to file that lawsuit.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, 7 members of the nonprofit group The Hardy Girls visited Washington, D.C. over the past couple days. We'll tell you more about the trip.
And Stearns High School is set to rededicate their football field to one of their legendary coaches. We'll be right back.
The U.S. men's national team takes on Trinidad and Tobago. Game on, baby! The CONCACAF Gold Cup, Sunday at 6:30 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome to the Mad Moose Saloon. Get ready to dance the night away to the best live music in town on the largest dance floor in the entire state. Just 20 minutes north of Bangor, the Mad Moose Saloon is the place to be for live music and entertainment. And we always have special events here at the Mad Moose Saloon. Our next big live event is Rednecks and Longnecks Memorial Barbecue and Concert on Saturday, July 15th. Mad Moose Saloon, where the music comes alive and the dance floor never stops.
Some things are worth waiting for. Something reliable, something loyal, something long-lasting. A 6-year warranty? Coyote's got that. One machine for all the dirty work? Count on Coyote. Coyote won't break your heart, and Whittemore & Sons got the deals that won't break the bank. So quit swiping and settling for less. Slide into Whittemore & Sons and be treated like family by a family who cares. 257 Waterville Road, Skowhegan.
Tedeschi Trucks Band. July 5th, Main Settings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Tedeschi Trucks Band with special guest
I stand in the circle of peace.
Ziggy Marley.
Yeah. Love is
Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com or ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Tedeschi Trucks Band live.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
We can steal their players.
It's quite simple, really. You train for 4 years in an AR simulation that mimics their every move.
Yeah.
Initializing Crystal Dunn.
What's it going to take to stop this U.S. team?
They're faster, slower, with style.
Good luck with that.
The deadly heat wave gripping the South for the past couple of weeks could be weakening soon. Fox's Brandy Campbell has more from Laredo, Texas.
It's day 16 of the record-breaking heat wave across the South, and folks are ready for some relief. Real feel-like temperatures in some areas now hitting as high as 120 degrees. At least a dozen have died of heat-related causes so far, and it's even starting to cause major damage. 10 Houston area roads damaged by high heat in the past 2 weeks.
It's that constant exposure to heat. You have 100-degree plus temperatures with a heat index that rise above that, and then that constant just that baking.
Temperatures from Florida to California are expected to be 15 to 20 degrees above normal heading into the weekend, creating a dangerous situation as residents head outside for the 4th of July holiday. Health officials are urging people to limit their time outdoors and keep cool in whatever way they can.
It's too hot to be outside as it is right now, and just walking around, they're sweating nonstop. So if it wasn't for splash pads and stuff like that, we'd be inside all the time.
But there is some relief in sight. The system responsible for this heat wave is expected to begin moving east and gradually weaken throughout Saturday. Good news for folks here in the Lone Star State who have been told to conserve energy as demand surges. But most experts say the grid can handle the heat.
There have not been summer outages in Texas in over a generation at least. And that is because it's always been thought of as a summer peaking system.
About 62 million people in 18 states were under heat watches or advisories on Friday. In Laredo, Texas, I'm Brandy Campbell, Fox News.
Some sad news out of Hollywood tonight. Actor Alan Arkin has died, famous for many roles spanning genres including Little Miss Sunshine, Argo, and The Kominsky Method. We take a look at his varied and distinguished career with Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
Oscar-winning actor Alan Arkin has died at the age of 89. His sons Adam, Matthew, and Anthony, in a joint statement on the family's behalf, said, "Our father was a uniquely talented force of nature, both as an artist and a man, a loving husband, father, grand, and great-grandfather. He was adored and will be deeply missed."
I think I can do better.
The legendary star of stage and screen was most recently in the series The Kominsky Method, showcasing his signature dry humor opposite Michael Douglas. Arkin was nominated for an Emmy, Golden Globe, and SAG Award for the comedy, part of a long and varied career.
Yeah.
He was a founding member of the Second City Improv Troupe. In addition to acting, he was a theater and film director, author, composer, and singer. Allen earned accolades early on. A Tony for his debut performance in the 1963 play Enter Laughing. And he was nominated for an Oscar for his first starring role in the 1966 film The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming. Arkin received Oscar nominations for 1968's The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, as well as 2012's Argo.
Dwayne, that's your name, right?
In 2006, his performance as the grandfather of a dysfunctional family on a road trip in Little Miss Sunshine earned him the Best Supporting Actor honor.
I am deeply moved by the open-hearted appreciation our small film has received, which in these fragmented times speaks so openly of the possibility of innocence, growth, and connection. Acting for me has always been and always will be a team sport. I cannot work at all unless I feel a spirit of unity around me.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window or patio door project you've been putting off, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Window Replacement Days celebration. Act now, because during this limited time event, you'll get stunning custom replacement windows and patio doors for less. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window and door process, and save a lot of money while you're at it. This opportunity won't be sticking around for long, and neither will these savings. Schedule your free design consultation now and call Renewal by Anderson today.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
It's the Midsummer Classic on Fox.
Man, this is going to be fun. Stars all over the field.
The world's biggest headliners serving up their mammoth hits. They're taking center stage for one incredible show.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Saturdays, baseball's best are showing out.
Swing and a drive.
Fox Saturday Baseball all season long.
Welcome back. Tonight's main weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. They are the nice car and truck people. All right, taking a look at the radar from afar, we can see that Maine is in the clear right now. There's a few showers in the northern part, but other than that, we're in the clear. It was a beautiful day today with some warm temperatures. We do have some more showers on the way, though. These will be entering our area into the late weekend around Sunday. But let's take a look at the bright side. Let's take a look at those warm temperatures we had out there for highs today. 78 is the high for Bangor today. A little chillier near the coast, Rockland around 69 degrees. And it was hot up north. We can see Clayton Lake around 80 degrees, and to the southwest, we still have some mid to upper 70s as well. And going into tonight, the lows are going to stay pretty mild. So we'll see 64 for the low in Bangor, a little chillier near Deer Isle, 59. And it's going to be much of the same up north as well, 64 degrees for the low at Clayton Lake. Temperature trend shows that we are going to stay hot throughout this week as we have some more showers and thunderstorms moving through the area. We'll take a little dip Sunday into Monday. We'll just get near the low 70s, but then once we get into Wednesday and Thursday near the end of the week, we'll be near the low to mid 80s. So it's going to get hot again. Be prepared for that. And with the humidity as well, with these rising temperatures, it's going to be sticky out there, especially when we get into that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday region when we reach humid, and it may even get up to very humid as well. So it's going to be very sticky out there for us us. So make sure you enjoy your times outdoors this weekend as the humidity looks to keep on rising as we get closer to the holiday, 4th of July on Tuesday. Now, the future rain chances right now are low. This is pretty good for going into tonight, but it is going to ramp up once we get closer to Sunday. So take a look at that future forecast. It shows right now we're in the clear. We do have some few scattered showers in the area, nothing to worry about. But then looks like Sunday early morning, we're going to have a widespread shower event, possibly some thunderstorms embedded there as well. We may even hear some rumbles of thunder towards the southwest, and this will continue on throughout the rest of the week. So be prepared. We may have some thunder in there as well, but nothing too severe, and it's going to be more of a widespread shower event this upcoming weekend. So wind speeds out there right now looks pretty calm, and there's some slightly breezy winds. We see 9 miles per hour near Bangor from the south, and they seem to calm as you go a little bit more north. Other than that, slightly breezy conditions out there right now. For tonight, though, we're going to have a low of 63 degrees, increasing clouds throughout the night, and then after midnight, we'll have some patchy fog, and winds will stay pretty calm from the south around 5 miles per hour. Going into tomorrow, a high of 78 degrees, mostly cloudy, and the winds will pick up a little bit from the south as well, 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then going into your extended forecast, looks like Saturday is going to be the only day that we're going to be rain-free. Other than that, we'll have that widespread shower event coming in Sunday, followed by some thunderstorm chances Monday through Wednesday. Beth?
Hanging on to Saturday with both hands.
Seriously. Oh, my gosh. Well, it's going to be fantastic just to have a day this weekend that we can get out and enjoy.
Indeed, and I hope all of you get to do just that.
Yes, we do. All right, well, sports is coming up next. Stay with us.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
Fear, pain, and anxiety are all feelings associated with dental treatments, but it doesn't have to be that way. Dental lasers offer a way to remove tooth decay without using the dental drill. In fact, we do most dental fillings here at Twin City Dental without numbing, so no needle. And for treatments like root canals or having many teeth extracted, we also provide IV sedation. So call Twin City Dental for your next dentist appointment.
Another load just pulled in.
Just saw it. More rafts. Tacomas have arrived.
Yes, Highlanders are here. All right.
Shipments are rolling in and inventory is building at Down East Toyota. With Toyota's impressive lineup of all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, demand remains high. Check our latest inventory online at downeasttoyota.com.
If you're ready to buy or lease a new Toyota, call or come see us today.
Your new Tundra's here.
All roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Experience the ultimate outdoor living with Granville Stone and Hearth. Our high-quality grills and outdoor living products will take your backyard to the next level. Scan the QR code on your screen to explore our wide selection of grills and outdoor living accessories. From classic charcoal to state-of-the-art gas grills, we have everything you need to entertain guests in style. Create unforgettable moments with family and friends. Start your outdoor living journey today with Granville Stone and Hearth.
Moosehead Medicine, Greenville's favorite dispensary. Our knowledgeable staff will guide you on your journey to find the perfect remedy specifically for you. From pain relief to relaxation, Moosehead Medicine has what you need to improve your well-being. Stop by Moosehead Medicine today and discover the power of nature's healing.
It's an out-of-this-world celebrity competition.
Oh, God.
Stars on Mars, Mondays at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's start up at Stearns. Sunday, the school will be dedicating its football field to legendary coach Art Greenlaw, a man much more than the gold balls he brought home.
I can't remember a time when it wasn't Coach Greenlaw being associated with Stearns football.
And now he forever will be, as Stearns football will now play on Arthur D. Greenlaw Field, named in honor of the legendary former head coach.
You know, when you think of Stearns football, the first person you think of is Art Greenlaw.
In his 18 years at the helm from the 70s to the 90s, Greenlaw won 4 state championships and 5 LTC championships. The LTC Player of the Year award also bears his name.
I think a lot of people just thought that, you know, what's the way we can honor Coach Greenlaw?
So a GoFundMe page was started to kickstart the rededication efforts. And to say it was a success,
is an understatement.
The response was pretty immediate. As soon as it got out onto various alumni pages saying that this was happening, the money just started to come in.
And the community wasn't emptying their pockets just because Greenlaw won some football games. His impact goes well beyond that.
He's great with the X's and O's and he does things like that, but he's always willing to help people, willing to talk when you need it.
He's always pushing good sportsmanship, good conduct, good grades, all around, helping his players with being all around good people.
That impact will be felt even more at this Sunday's rededication ceremony in the school gym, where a large crowd is expected.
It's going to range from, people closely associated to Coach Greenlaw outside of football, players that played for him, coaches that coached with him.
So if it wasn't for Greenlaw, they all would not be together in more ways than one.
It's due to Coach Greenlaw, but it's also due to the community he created within his teams so that they have always stayed in touch and they've always known they can come back and they've always been able to pick up where they left off when they get back together.
Like such a great guy. Cannot wait for Sunday. Now let's move to the Boston Celtics. Friday, it was reported that the Celtics' new key piece is set to stick around. According to TNT, the Celtics and Kristaps Porzingis have agreed to a 2-year, $60 million extension, which keeps the 7'3" center contracted through 25-26. He was also introduced as a Celtic at a press conference on Thursday, speaking for the first time since being acquired from the Wizards. For Porzingis, being able to help the team possibly get over the hump, plus just having the chance to be a Celtic, made his decision easy.
The opportunity to play for a really good team already, to help these guys make their life even easier. Just being on a high-level organization like Boston, a historic franchise, made it extremely easy for me to make that decision.
Okay, let's stay in Boston and move over to Fenway. Some good news regarding the Red Sox and a pitcher's recovery from injury. After being placed on the 60-day IL this month due to a stress reaction in his shoulder blade, Chris Sale is throwing again. Sale received an MRI Thursday. All things came back well, and he feels no pain in that shoulder. Though Sale is 2 weeks ahead in his recovery, he's not taking this chance to jump too far ahead in his rehab. For him, it's a marathon.
My shoulder feels good. My elbow feels great. First time getting a throw in a long time, and I've been obviously the anticipation, the excitement. It's hard to throttle back, but if you're going to run a marathon, you don't just go out there and run 20 miles on day one. Trust the process, kind of respect my body, and just go through it.
Okay, now for some more Maine hockey news. Big week for the Black Bears. A first-round draft pick in Brad Nadeau, and Friday, the 23-24 schedule was announced. Here are some highlights. The Black Bears open the season at home against RPI October 12th and 13th. On the 27th and 28th, they travel to face defending national champs Quinnipiac. November 3rd and 4th, Hockey East play opens at Merrimack. 17th and 18th, they'll face defending conference champs BU. December 1st at the Alphon, the first of 3 games against UNH. February 23rd and 24th, the last 2 games of their 3-game season series against Northeastern. And finally, wrapping up the regular season, March 8th and 9th, hosting UMass. Cannot wait to catch a game in the Alphon. That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Here at the Eddington store, we have what you're craving. From Holton Dairy Farm products to our daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Did I mention we have fresh cut meats? From hamburg to steaks and even fresh produce, we have what you're craving. And while you're here, don't forget your ice cream at the Dairy Bar and homemade whoopie pies. Are you low on fuel? We offer gas, diesel, and propane too. The Eddington Store, for more than your average convenience store. We look forward to seeing you.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range, located in Winterport, is the perfect place to practice all aspects of your golf techniques. Owned and operated by professional golf instructor Sonny Reynolds, this Par 3 course will suit anyone's game. Sonny's features a Par 3 golf course, a driving range, and golf lessons are available too. It's easy to see why Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range is the best kept secret in Winterport. We look forward to seeing you this season at Sonny's Par 3 and Driving Range. Approximately 50,000 kids, like Brooke, receive care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center each year. You can help them by supporting the Summer Classic for Maine Kids. This new tournament will help all kids receiving care at Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center by raising funds to ensure that pediatric care is available today, tomorrow, and in the years ahead. Every dollar raised helps kids get back to the business of being kids. For more information about the event and how to donate, please visit northernlight.org/4kids.
These bakers investigate a kitchen for clues and must recreate its mystery dessert.
This is my kind of cake.
So good.
Crime Scene Kitchen, Mondays at 9 on Fox.
It is a fish unlike any you've probably seen before, and it's helping scientists gather information that could help save the oceans and organisms that call them home, especially as researchers say ocean ecosystems remain under attack from climate change, plastic pollution, and overfishing. Fox's Gary Baumgarten dives in and gives us a closer look.
An autonomous robotic fish armed with artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way scientists study and protect vulnerable ocean ecosystems. Meet Bell, designed by engineers at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. This robot is busy roaming around coral reefs, recording video of the creatures that call them home, and collecting vital environmental DNA samples.
A filter that captures fine particles like larvae, piece of algae, and so on. And these can be sent into a laboratory, and then you can extract DNA from certain species.
Because Bell looks and acts like a fish, the robot can gather data without scaring animals away. And unlike many standard underwater craft used to monitor ocean life, Bell moves silently with a special fin instead of propellers, which can damage corals.
A soft silicone fin with 2 cavities, and these cavities are filled and emptied with water through a pump system, and that moves the fin back and forth.
AI technology helps keep Bell from bumping into objects. It can collect DNA for 2 hours before its filter needs to be emptied.
It swims to the surface, sends us a GPS signal, and then we go and pick it up again.
Bell measures roughly 3 feet long and weighs about 22 pounds. At the moment, researchers say Bell is big enough where it's not at risk of being eaten by some ocean predators. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
Well, here's a fact for you. Did you know the color of your car can not only affect your insurance prices, it can also affect the resale value of your vehicle too. According to the website iSeeCars.com, if you live in the Bangor area, the resale value of your car will change up to $5,000 depending on which color you choose. The car color that loses its value most is brown, with a 3-year depreciation of 21.2%. And the color that holds the most value is yellow. The 3-year depreciation of a yellow car is just 16.5%. The average 3-month depreciation of cars in the Bangor area is at 20.4%, or a little over $8,000.
Well, 7 members of the Maine chapter of the nonprofit organization Hardy Girls attended the USA Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C. Hardy Girls works with girls and non-binary youth to promote critical thinking, build coalitions, and challenge the status quo. Over the past 2 days, participants networked and listened to speakers, including Laurel Sakai of the Planned Parenthood Federation of America and Black Entertainment Television Vice President of Social Impact, Brittany Cunningham. They held discussions on the topics of intersectionality and women's rights. Participants Kate Rice and Layla Kai reflected on what they learned throughout their time at the summit.
No matter like your part in your community, there's always something you can be doing. Even if it's not like actively being an activist, you can be supporting other people, which is still a form of activism.
That's so important for other people who are like struggling, or maybe they're facing a lot of challenges in their lives, to just know that they have the power to see things that they think are wrong and that they think are important, and they have the power to change them, and it's not as hard as you think.
The girls also had the opportunity to do some sightseeing, including a walk to the Martin Luther King and Jefferson monuments and a visit to the National Mall.
Finally tonight, the Bangor Humane Society is reminding people to keep their pets in mind during the 4th of July holiday. Director of Development and Communications for Bangor Humane Society, Catherine Ravenscraft, cautions pet parents that loud noises like fireworks could frighten animals and even cause them to run away. Ravenscraft advised pet owners not to bring their pets with them to watch the fireworks.
A lot of animals are afraid of the loud noises, the booming, just like children or sometimes adults. And so whatever we can do to lessen the stress for them is really what we should be focusing on. Make sure that your animals are microchipped or licensed with the town or the city so that if they do get away, they can be safely returned.
Ravenscraft says kennels are ready for the predicted influx of strays, and if your pet does happen to get spooked and run away, you should visit the Maine Lost Cat or Maine Lost Dog Facebook pages and check in with shelters in your area. Something that we obviously hope doesn't happen ever. Right. But, you know, it's always a good idea to be prepared, know where to look, and also to have your pets microchipped is huge.
Yeah, it really, really is. The microchipping thing, especially because, you know, readers abound. You can take a dog to any vet to scan for a chip, including ER vets. Most of the time that service is free. Yeah. And if it's a dog in your neighborhood, chances are, you know, it belongs to someone who's missing them. So, you know, just really important to keep your pets in mind. They don't love the loud booms.
Yeah, seriously. And they can be, like she said, even scary for humans too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that's going to do it for us from everybody here at Fox 22. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.